Hi, it's Rory here from Rory's Workshop. I've been bullied into starting my own YouTube channel to show you physically what I'm doing, messing about here in lovely Somerset. As you see behind me, we have a lovely Series 2, my good friend Andrew's Series 2A, which he fully rebuilt a couple of years ago. His family's expanded, and now I have a beautiful goddaughter Lucy. So now he needs a seat putting in the back, and a bloody strong one at that. So what we're doing is using this 5mm angle iron, adding in these 8.8 nuts and bolts. We're going to weld in these into the frame itself. And then I've made two massive holes in the chassis. Luckily the chassis is very good. And I'm going to put the nuts through here and then weld round the outside to make it very good and strong. This is far superior to what Land Rover ever put into these seats for seat belts. You can see here the seat base, and thankfully it all comes down, and there's the seat over there with a built-in 3-point harness, which is great for holding stuff down. It's going to be very safe for my beautiful goddaughter. What I'll be doing is, in a minute, I'll be welding these in, and I'll show you what I've been up to a bit later on. So there we are. There's one of the nuts welded in. Didn't turn out too bad. Quite happy with it. Just need a very slight clean up. Certainly there where I try to get that long piece off. But they should be good. Clean them up. Make sure they fit in the holes. Probably need to adjust the holes, but that's no biggie. Make sure it fits to the actual frame of the seat, and we're good to go. When you're making things like this in the workshop, as probably most of you well know, it doesn't always go to plan. I've had a slight problem. I'll show you. I'll stop zooming in. Taking the bolt out, all the other bolts come out, all the other three came out perfectly fine, and then this one, it was holding on at the back, no particular problem. I had a bit of flash on it from the welding, and it was just knocked off perfectly fine, but it got a little bit tight, so I went with the spanner, worked it loose. Everything seems to be alright, seemed to come out quite well. Got the old rattle gun out, just to whiz it out, and it stopped. So, not a problem, just kept going, and then this happened. Bugger. Luckily I bought extra welding nuts, just in case my welding wasn't up to scratch straight away, but I've now got to cut all the nut off. As you can see, it's pretty well stuck on. And I'll have to buy a couple more bolts as well. No biggie, just these things do happen, and they probably will. So you can see I've cut underneath, right along the face of the steel there, and cut straight down, and thankfully it's come up fairly easily. Luckily the angle grinder takes short work of it. Let's see if I can smack it off and do this with one hand. Maybe not. But it is working loose. We'll keep going. So it's all cleaned up now, all chopped off nice and clean. The fits in there just as well as it did beforehand. Held in by the broken bolt, and I will zap it in, and hopefully it'll be a-okay. So it's all burnt in, all ready to be cleaned up and painted. Quite pleased with it. Hopefully this one will stay in for good. What do you reckon? So that's it for me today. I've got some errands to run this afternoon in town, so I'm going to tidy all this mess up and make sure it's all ready to go tomorrow. We'll get caught up with you then. How's about that? See you later. Bye now.